playing Stanley Parable, so we're going to get into it. I've seen a few videos of this and some gameplays. I played the demo and absolutely loved it, so I went ahead and got it, and I thought I would go ahead and play some. Probably going to try to push this video to about 15 minutes or so, just so it's kind of short. I will probably do parts of the game continuously. I do know that there's multiple endings, so one video will be all the endings probably mashed together, but as the gameplay goes, I'll probably do one or two gameplays through. That way I show you guys the different choices and everything else. Subtitles is on, so you guys will be able to see and hear him talking. So once this loads, we'll get into it. Never is never.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
Because he's lazy.
Was happy.
Because he's lazy. You had to sit there
and then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yeah, pretty much you can follow the narrator, or you can kind of do your own thing, kind of. Can't click on anything. It sounds like a mouse click. Whenever you click, and it sounds like keyboard. For me, mouse, because I hear my mouse.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I do know there's multiple endings. I do not remember how many endings there are, but I do know that if you turn on every monitor, it ends up for a special ending also. I do know that. Maybe everyone just said fuck it and didn't come work. I should be the same. I hate Mondays. That is very real. That is very real. In one of these rooms, if you continuously click on it, it'll
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left or right, guys? Left or right? Fuck it. We'll go right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Fuck yeah!
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
No, I have no soda. Let's see, we've got lime. Looks like a grape soda. Looks like a ripoff of Pepsi.
Yes. really, really worth it being here in the room.
And
A
water.
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
No, it's not.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Fucking will listen to him.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I'll listen to him here and there, and then I'll detour.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Who the fuck's that? Let's see. Do not after without consulting. Oh, alter. Otherwise said after. Whiteboard manager. There's a whiteboard manager? I want to be the whiteboard manager. Let's see. Fire paper guy? Hire somebody to fire. Move my desk. How do you move a fucking desk in an office? Today's complete. Today is unnecessary. Let's see, rates increased. Oh, what the fuck? Stop. Fuck the top 20 things about your boss. He can go fuck himself. Who is hot? Teenagers? That's fucked up. I might know the writing on the wall changes, and on the boards they change slowly throughout the game, so I'm just kind of showing you guys what all it says. So if you do spot anything that changes and I don't spot it, let me know in the comments and I'll look back on the video and realize what changed, because apparently a lot of this kind of does change, at least on the whiteboards and of course the board and what's flashing up there. But I'm not gonna sit through that. That's like 5 minutes. Fuck that shit. It does change slowly, so if you guys see anything, broom closet. Oh shit!
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Party! Woo! Party in the house.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No
It's not
reason to
empty.
still be here.
There's tons of shit. Maybe I want to play with the, let's see, we got wrenches, we've got
It was baffling
wire,
that Stanley was
duct
still
tape.
just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
Please.
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
fucking absolutely nothing. Or fucking all.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Okay, let me lay it down for you, buddy. It is tubing, duct tape, and wire right there.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said
Yeah.
Stanley walked past
It's a
the
great
broom
closet.
closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
I can use the
I never would have
tools.
thought to mention it.
I can use the tools. I mean, fuck it. And you could like
Maybe
hang
to
somebody,
you
book
this
them.
is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Yes, the Brimclaw's ending.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Because they're the best. There's nothing better than snorting cocaine off.
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
If you're dead, how are you going to alert them?
Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby, the person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
No. I want to know, like... I want to know what's on the top shelf. I can't jump. Just want to dirty the closet. Okay, let's continue. That was
second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any work. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I want to go to the executive's bathroom. Just like, you know, Family Guy episode. Take me to the Jurassic World executive bathroom. Look, I'm a receptionist. Fuck you. I kind of don't understand. I mean, I've watched gameplay of this game, and I know kind of the gist, but I don't know the intel if you're really a computer AI. A lot of people say you're a computer AI program that thinks it's a human and it's not. That's what a lot of people say. So I'm not sure if that's true or not. I'm not really going to Google anything. I'm just going to kind of play it and get my own perspective. Let's do it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
But, yeah, I'm just going to kind of get my own reading of this. Apparently, you know, the secret of the boss is he has a fetish for Stanley. So apparently I work at a sewage dump plant. Boss is a jackass who wants to rule the world, and his favorite place is Alaska. And he loves books, like fucking books. Down to the dungeons, into the keep and Okay guys, that's going to do it for this first part of the Stanley Parable. Roughly should be about 15-16 minutes, and we'll get into this later guys. So, see you guys in the next video.